Yo, what's the vibe, guys? Russell Nasi back again with another video. What time is it? And what are you doing right now? Time is a very interesting concept if you want to go about time machines and time travel and all of these little things. Time is a very interesting concept. But today we're going to talk about those 24 hours that you have in the day, managing it and managing your time. And I'll start this off by saying at the end of the day, we are all in control of our own time. Why is it important to understand that you're in control of your own time? Well, it's important to know that because if you say you don't have the time for something, it's not that you don't have the time, it's that you're not planning or you don't want to make the time, whether consciously or subconsciously. Generally speaking, persons who don't have the time to do something are simply using that time to do things that they either consciously or subconsciously deem more important. Now, the main problem with this is usually the thing we don't have time for is actually more important. So then, why is it that we then don't find the time for the more important things and we end up using that time for less important things? Well, it comes down to two main things: your habits and the friction that is involved of the thing you need to do or the thing you want to do or the thing that you should do or the thing you don't have time for. If it is something that has a lot of friction behind it, it's difficult to do. You want to start getting into the gym, but the gym is 20 miles away, you barely have money for petrol, too much friction, you're not going to go. So what do we need to do? Well, the main thing is we need to think about our habits and think about the amount of friction that is involved in the things we do and the things we don't do. So as an easy example, using the same example, the gym is 20 miles away, you barely have petrol in your car, and it's just you're going to have to drive in the opposite direction to get to the cheap gas station, and then you're going to have to drive 25 miles to the gym instead, which is going to cost even more petrol, so is it even worth getting the cheaper petrol? All of these things you're thinking about, and then you end up saying you're going to end up just using Twitter for the next 2 hours instead. You're going to watch YouTube videos about how to get in the gym, about how to do the gym for the next 2 hours instead, and then that's all your gym hours done. That is the hours that were meant to be used for the gym, and you've used it overthinking the whole thing, maybe educating yourself on the gym itself, but at the end of the day, you did not find the time to do that thing. And then when someone asks you, why don't you do the gym? You end up saying, can't find the time, the gym's too far, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the third. So what does the person really need to do? They need to start making social media and stuff that they use to avoid the gym have a lot more friction behind it, and they need to allow working out to be a lot more frictionless. So how could they do that? Well, screw the gym. How about starting off with just pull-ups, push-ups? How about buying gym equipment and buying a few dumbbells and getting them into the yard instead? Long term, you won't use petrol and you'll have the gym equipment right there, and you won't need to be worrying about time management as much. How do you make social media more frictions? You could delete it completely. You can put a screen time on it, so once you use it for a certain amount of time, it locks itself off or gives you a notification. So much things you can do to make one have more friction and the other more frictionless. Another important thing we need to remember when it comes to time management is when it comes to your time, it usually matters what you do the day before. So the 24 hours you're trying to work on, usually the 24 hours before matter so much with regards to what's going to happen in the next 24. So it is so important that your time management is not just about planning your future. It's about making sure the present is of the essence at the end of the day. When it comes to your time, as I said, you're in control of all of your time, which means every minute, every second is your own moment, is your own time to make decisions, is your own time to choose how you want to spend that time. It is all you. I know some of us have school, some of us have work, but at the end of the day, these things, you can still call in sick, you can still not go and get sacked or get fired or get expelled. At the end of the day, these things are still your own choice. and you can still decide whether you're going to do it or not. And at the end of the day, the time surrounding these times is still completely controlled by you. But regardless, this video is just a video to remember that you are in control of your own time. There is no such thing as not having enough time for something. You just need to make the time for it. But anyways, that's been Russell Nasi. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Signing out.